Hello friends, my name is Gary Trichter. I'm a DWI specialist. I get asked all the time, what is a DWI second and what is the potential punishment if I'm convicted? And how does it differ from a DWI third? Those are really good questions, and the answers are relatively simple, and they're found in our Penal Code and Code of Criminal Procedure. A DWI second means you've had a prior DWI that's countable. A DWI punishment is up to a year in jail. You can also get a $4,000 fine. If your sentence, that is if the jail portion of it, is probated, that means the judge suspends the imposition of your jail and puts you on a period of watching you, and if you don't make any mistakes and you keep your end of the bargain, the judge will never put you in jail. That probationary time frame is a period, and that period generally is 12 months, but it can be as much as 24 months. Once that time frame is set, it can never be early terminated. If you are convicted of a DWI second, it's not going to have any impact, no negative effect on your right to vote or your right to have a firearm. We need to contrast a DWI second conviction with that of a DWI third conviction. A DWI second is much harder for the government to get a conviction in than it would be in a DWI third. Why? Because in a DWI second prosecution, a jury is not to be told during the guilt-innocence portion of the trial that you had a prior DWI conviction. This is to be conflicted with the DWI third, where at the very beginning of the trial, before any evidence is presented, the jury is told, oh, by the way, Billy Bob has had 2 previous DWIs. That gives the state a huge head start because many people, wrongly so, believe if there's smoke, there has to be fire. So it's much harder to defend a DWI third, which means that if you're charged with a DWI second, you better be working hard not to get that case where it turns into a conviction. A DWI third punishment is no less than 2 years in prison to no more than 10 years in prison. So a DWI second, if you're incarcerated, it's going to be in the county jail. For a DWI third, if you're incarcerated, it's going to be in a prison. In addition to the prison time that you might get, which can be probated, you can also be exposed to a fine of up to $10,000. And like a DWI second, if you do receive a probation, the judge suspends the imposition of the prison time and puts you on a period of watch where you prove yourself worthy of not going to prison. There's no early termination of that. So if you get a 2-year probation, you cannot early terminate it. If you get a 5-year probation, you cannot early terminate it. So the key, if you are going to be convicted of a DWI third, is to get the lowest number that you can so that you're off probation as soon as you can get off, and you're not further exposed unnecessarily to the risk of a violation of your probation where you might accidentally wind up in prison. Now, if you are convicted of a DWI third, there's a big effect on your other rights. You cannot possess or buy a gun, and you will lose your right to vote. So between a DWI third and a DWI second, they're both bad, but one is really bad. In either case, your best defense is a really good, really smart, really knowledgeable DWI lawyer.